Straight out to Tyler Hayden joining me from Santa Barbara with the Santa Barbara Independent. Tyler, thanks for being with us. Do we know a cause of death yet, Tyler?
Nancy, we don't know the cause of death yet. There will be an autopsy performed tomorrow to determine the cause of death. But at this point, it's pretty open as far as how she passed away.
With me, Tyler Hayden from the Santa Barbara Independent. Tyler, tell me again, and I'm not casting doubt on the cyclist that found her. I just want to know a little more information. Who was the cyclist? Why was he riding his bike on the beach? How did he happen to find this body? Is there any connection between this co-ed and the cyclist that found the body?
Nancy, I have not heard of any connection between the victim and the bicyclist. I know that we're not sure if he was riding on the beach or if he was riding actually on the bluffs above the beach. So at this point, there's very little information as far as who he was, if he knew the victim at all, or if he just happened to come across her. That will come out in the investigation that the Sheriff's Office is currently conducting.
What we're being told right now is that he just happened to be cycling along. Everybody take a look at Sierra Markey Winkler, a 20-year-old co-ed there at U of Cal. Her body has been found on a beach tonight, no leads. To Dr. Joy M. Carter, Chief Forensic Pathologist, Marion County. She is the author of I Speak for the Dead. Dr. Carter, thanks for being with us. Right now, we don't have the autopsy results, but we know that the cause of death was not apparent. In other words, the cyclist didn't see a stab wound or a gunshot wound that we know of.
Well, yes, this means that a complete autopsy will be performed, where they're going to take close examination of the body as well as complete toxicology to see if there's any drug or chemical in her body that may have caused her death. And there's a possibility that there could be a natural death when they do the autopsy.
What about asphyxiation?
That's something that definitely will be considered. There may be physical signs, and I'm sure the investigators are going to want to look up any of her medical history and past behavior.
Tyler Hayden joining me from the Santa Barbara Independent. What do we know about her? How long has she been a student there at University of Cal?
She was a second-year student at UCSB. She was double majoring in language, culture, and society, and as well as philosophy. And she worked at an area coffee shop called Java Station. I know she originally came from Grass Valley, but her family's currently living in Eureka. And by all accounts, she was a really well-liked, popular person at school and at her work. So a lot of people were very surprised to hear that this happened.
Tyler Hayden with me, news editor, Santa Barbara Independent. Tyler, how far was her body from the Java Station where she worked? Do you know?
You know, Java Station's actually on a different part of town, different part of Isla Vista. So she was at least a couple miles from, or maybe a mile from her place of work. Her body was found below what's called Del Playa Park, which is a beachside park right along Del Playa Drive in Isla Vista. So her body was
she clothed? Was she clothed?
You know, that I don't know. That's something that I haven't been told by investigators.
Released.
I've asked that question as well, but I'm not sure.
With me, Tyler Hayden, also with me, Stacy Newman. Stacy, do we know whether she was out jogging? Was she out walking, cycling, walking a dog? Why was she in that spot? It's nowhere near her work or her home.
Well, actually, this spot is less than a mile from where she lives, and cops are telling us.
Good to know.
Right. Cops have also told us they have caught up with the people who were with her before she was found dead. So they're still getting together in this investigation where she was and what she was doing.
Back to Tyler Hayden, news editor, Santa Barbara Independent. Do you have any idea how long her body had been there before it was discovered? Could they tell?
I have heard that it wasn't any longer than 6 to 8 hours. That's the number that I heard. So it wasn't like her body had been there for days.
Yeah. Well, what I'm wondering about was, is she still dressed in evening clothes? Is she still have on her outfit that she wore to work the night before, that she wore to school the day before? Had she been out somewhere else? Did she have on high heels and, you know, an outfit to go out? I'm trying to time when the death occurred and what she may have been doing on that beach. Everybody, take a look at Sierra Markey Winkler, just 20 years old. Police tonight searching for answers